Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Digimon Tri Part 4 Lost. So I did watch this in subtitles. Usually I like to wait for the dub, but Digimon only has one dub out so far, so you have to wait a little while for the dub. So I have been watching it subtitled. Now a little disclaimer about this review is that I will be using the American names for the show, just because that's the way I grew up with Digimon. But the American names and Japanese names are pretty similar anyways. So let's move on to the review. Now this episode, this movie episode, starts out with our Digidestined meeting up with their Digimon. And this is after the reboot, so their Digimon don't remember who they are. So this whole movie is really a reconnection with their Digimon. And that really has to do with them Digi-evolving and all that. So also, we learn a little bit about why the reboot happened, and this has to do with the government lady. I don't remember her name, but we learned actually that she was an original Digidestined, or at least she was a younger Digidestined. She was before our Digidestined right now. So she wanted her Digimon back, and since her Digimon died in the real world, that means they don't go back to the Digimon egg. So the reboot was the only way to get this Digimon, and she finally comes face to face with her Digimon, and it doesn't remember her, so she gets really pissed off about that. We'll see how she takes it in the next movie, I guess, but she definitely takes it differently than our main characters, our main Digidestined. And then we have to learn a little bit about May's Digimon and how it's still the aberration. It's still this key to the puzzle of the connection between the digital world and the real world. So it kind of ends a bit less on a cliffhanger than the other movies, where it's just like May going crazy, or May's Digimon going crazy, and our villain going against it, and that's pretty much it. So the other ones I felt like were a bigger cliffhanger than this one, where it's like, oh, the Digimon forget their memories type thing. I felt like that was a little bit bigger than, alright, there's a big battle coming. I felt like that was more of a penultimate ending than an ending to the movie. But what did I think of the movie overall? I will say this is a bit slower than the other ones, but the character development here was really good, especially for Sora. So, if you don't know, usually the movie posters have the main characters on the poster of who they're going to focus on. So we've had, Mimi focused on, Joe focused on in the past, and now we're finally getting Sora, who I feel like has had the short end of the stick for a while now. Well, not as much as Kari. Kari, I think, has the shortest end of the stick with her storyline, but her movie looks like it's going to be the next one, which I'm glad, because she has, I feel like the most connection to what might be going on because of that whole vision she had in the last movie, and what she's had in Digimon Adventures too. She had those, beach vision, so I wonder if that's going to connect to her future stories. I have a feeling they left Kari for last for a reason. But going back to Sora, she had a really strong story here, because she's the only one who couldn't really make a connection with her Digimon, and she's like the mother of the group, so having technically your child not really liking you, that's kind of hard. So it's a really interesting movie for her, because she's always caring about other people and not really caring about her own emotions, that she doesn't even really know what her emotions are, and it's Matt and Ty saying, hey Sora, what's up? Why are you upset? And Sora's like, I don't even know why I'm upset. So it's her reevaluating her relationship with her Digimon, and once she's able to do so, that's where she's like, oh, I'm okay, let's go, and I'm gonna help out everybody. And she has some epic battle moments with seeing her Digimon evolve even more than we've seen before. So Sora had a really good story, and so far, whenever they do focus on their main character, those stories are very strong. But also I feel like this episode did a really good, or this movie did a really good job at showing the other characters and their relationships with their Digimon too. You see how much Mimi has grown with her Digimon, where she's like, oh, not Patamon, Palmon, you look really cute. And usually, like, when she first saw her Digimon's like, oh, you're so ugly, what's going on? So, it's cool to see how their relationship has grown. And then, you know, you see that with our other characters, too. Even Matt and Ty, I felt like, had a big part in this episode, or in this movie. I keep saying episode. It kind of feels like an episode. It feels like a long episode. Which is a movie, but so it was nice to see Ty and Matt see their Digimon evolve and gaining more of a connection with them. But I like and dislike their whole bro fight thing going on. It's like, Ty, you know, I believe in you more, and that's why I'm upset at you. That kind of has a lull in the movie. I'm like, alright, we can move on. This has been going on since, like, part 1. I don't need to see Ty and Matt, like, not liking each other more, which is not unlikely for these two characters. They've been in fights before, but I feel like it takes over a lot of the time, so I didn't really like that. And then, like I said too, you know, Kari, I do think gets the short end of the stick a lot, but I do like that she was very much part of the main battle. I think they do a really good job at making the male and female characters have a big part. You know, in older Digimon episodes, I feel like it's always Ty and Matt doing the big battles, and everyone else just kind of on the sidelines, but I feel like they did a really good job at distributing the roles in this movie and past movies too, just in Digimon Tri in general. And Kari, you get some good roles too, like she's running with Ty and Matt. She obviously has a huge connection with her Digimon, so I like that. And how much she cares about her Digimon. She's like, you know, we have to move on from this. I'm actually happy because my Digimon's had, you know, hard past, and now she could forget about that. So I really like that, and that's very much in Kari's character, which makes me even more excited for her movie next, for the next part. So, like I said though, I think it's a bit of a slow movie because it is them reevaluating their relationship with their Digimon, and then I feel like once the new characters come in, it's where I personally have a lull in the movie. As much as it was nice to learn more about these adults and to see their connection, I thought that was very helpful. I didn't really like the way they did it, the way it was executed, but very helpful that we learned. And I did like that, if anything from their stories, is the comparison of our older Digimon destined, not knowing how to deal with their Digimon not knowing them and going crazy, and then how our original Digidestined, the ones we know, and how they dealt with it, and just kind of learned how to be partners again with their Digimon. So I like the comparison there. But then we have the new Digidestined with May, who I haven't been able to connect with. I feel like that's the weaker link, even though that's like the main story is her Digimon. I just feel like that's not as interesting as looking at our journeys of our original Digidestined. Maybe it's because I'm not feeling connected with her because of the sub and it's not dubbed. I don't know, but I feel like hasn't been very likable, and she hasn't really been connecting to our group as much as they could. So maybe that's it. I feel like it's the connection between the group. And also, I would say the last episode, like I said, that was the disappointment, was the way it ended. And also, it was like Digi-evolutions for like 15 minutes. It was like 5 minutes of plot, and then everything else is like everyone Digi-evolving, except I think Mimi's Digimon and Joe's Digimon. But we've seen them have their epic moments in the past. So, overall, I think this is very much a needed movie. It's a bit slower compared to the other ones, but it's still a fun movie for our original Digidestined, even if the outer shell of it, the other characters could have been more interesting. But let me know in the comments below what you thought about Digimon Tri. This is Comic Uno. Of course, I'll have a review for the next part when that comes out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.